Well, a good morning to everyone. Welcome to the sixth Sunday in Easter, May the 5th, 2024. It is also Orthodox Easter today. He is risen indeed. I'm Gloria, the host of Manna at the Tap podcast, and I want to thank you for joining us as we continue to explore the intimate time of teaching and instruction that Jesus had with his disciples after they ate the Passover meal in the upper room and just before he was betrayed by Judas, arrested by the Romans, taken to trial before the religious leaders and Pilate, crucified on the cross and died on Good Friday. The text we're exploring today is a continuation of John chapters 15, verses 9 to 17. And last week we were in the same chapter and we looked over verses 1 to 8. There, Jesus identified himself with the phrase, I am the true vine. And there are 7 I ams, all found in the Gospel of John. And I am the true vine is number 7. And Jesus explained that his Father God is a skillful vine grower who cuts off the branches that are not bearing fruit while he prunes the branches so that they in time will bear abundant fruitfulness. Jesus, in his wisdom, often used relatable examples from everyday life to deepen his disciples' understanding of spiritual truth. So, in this instance, he painted this vivid picture of a vineyard with the disciples being the branches intimately attached to the vine. This metaphor underscores the importance of their relationship with Jesus and the fruitful lives they could lead through it. Israel's economy depended on cultivating vineyards, which produced fruit for making wine. Do you remember John was at the wedding reception of a couple in Cana who ran out of wine? Maybe the family's vineyards did not produce sufficient grapes to make the wine needed for the number of guests that showed up. Hospitality at that time meant the wedding reception was open to all and could last up to 7 days. We're grateful for Mary. Mary, when she saw Jesus showed up with his friends, had to have a quick chat with him. I just want you to remember, Jesus always shows up at the right moment when we cannot do anything about our situation. And I hope you'll take comfort in the fact that you are not alone in your struggles. Just as Mary directed the servants at the wedding, we should be ready to follow Jesus's lead. Whatever Jesus tells you to do it in obedience. The lectionary text for today is bookended with the injunction, this is my command, love one another. And we find that in verses 12 and 17 of John chapter 15. But what does that mean, and how can we love each other? Let's delve into this profound command and explore its implications. In Jesus' sermons on the Mount, he urged the people not to follow the day's direction to love their enemies, and love their neighbors, and hate their enemies. Instead, Jesus said they should love their enemies and pray for them. Love is a verb. It is an action word. The characteristics and action of this love is that God's love towards Jesus is full of presence, promise, and a public display of God's power. God's love prunes us, it cleanses us, it molds us, and it challenges us to abide in this love and to keep Jesus's only command: love each other. We can do it because Jesus has done it and has shown us how to love each other. Remaining in Jesus' love brings him joy and will also bring us joy. This joy will spring out of our relationship with him because it will be complete fulfillment of yielding to his command. And this love is not the same as saying, oh, I love whatever. This love is an action, as I've said before. It's a laying down one's life for one's friend. And who are the friends that we would want to lay down our lives for? Jesus calls us friends because he laid down his life for us. And Jesus has shared the riches of all he has and made everything known to us. That's what friendship is, being vulnerable and being open. And this comes along with being a friend of God. So we're not just friends of Jesus, but we're friends of the whole divine family. To know Jesus is to see and know the heart of God. We are chosen. We can bear fruit because we stay connected to the vine. He chose us. We did not choose him first. We have received from the divine the gift of being able to go and bear fruit, fruit that will last, and fruit that opens up the relationship so that whatever we ask in Jesus' name, the Father will give us. We're at the other end of the book end, and it reads the same as the first book end. This is my commandment: love each other.